You should have in front of you the Ray Bradbury inference page. I just want to make our last inference. Our last inference in the box that reads Fahrenheit 451, it asks, what kind of writer would you argue Ray Bradbury is? Ooh. And so I want you to take your last opportunity. I only want one inference. I only want you to cite one thing from the from the movie that we've seen. And remember, this is about Ray Bradbury. It's not about Montag. It's about what type of writer do you believe that he is, right? So I want you to take a second, put your inference and your concrete detail or your evidence. So I'll give you a minute to do that.
When you see curls in the corners, you know.
I see people writing, I see people thinking. I appreciate that. Just one more inference and cite your evidence to support that inference.
I also just personally want to tell y'all that y'all had like really great day today. I think that y'all were really engaged and really active. So I want to personally say thank you for that. I really appreciate that. I think it makes the day seem much more better and more enjoyable, like on everybody's happy. Like when we're all into it, I think we just have a better day. So yeah, I just want to say thanks for that.
Thank you, Mr. Rodesky. The second thing that I want to ask you to do is just place an X next to any inference that you've made that you feel at this time you can honestly say was correct. I think I would place an X next to the idea that Ray Bradbury is a short story novelist. I think I'm confident in that. I think I'm confident in saying that he is a dystopian writer. I think I've seen a couple of examples that would prove that. I think I'm comfortable in saying that he was definitely a very diligent, very imaginative writer. So there are a couple of places where I feel like I can go back and say that I could place an X or a check there. And then there might be some places that you don't put a check or an X, and that's okay too. I think we have about 5 minutes left, and so really quickly I just want to ask, is there anyone who's willing to share their last inference and their concrete detail with us? Go ahead, Gabe.
Ray Bradbury is a predicting writer.
Okay, what do you mean by predicting?
In the future, like he's writing about in the future, that they burn books and that they use technology instead of books.
Okay, okay. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
He loves to make like futuristic novels.
Okay, okay. Futuristic novels. How would you prove that?
Because in the short story, it actually shows that it's like an apocalypse already happened.
Okay.
And in this movie, he showed it'll be a terrible future without books.
Okay. One more person who's willing to share their inference and their concrete detail. And remember, our inferences are educated guesses, right? We can only prove it once we get to the end of our journey. One more victim.
victim or volunteer.
Yeah, right, victim or volunteer, we could, he still got who's running.
See, I have a teacher that said if you didn't volunteer, you were going to be voluntold. So,
That was good.
What do you think? All right. What would be your last educated guess that you would make about what type of writer Ray Bradbury is based on the clips that we watched from Fahrenheit 451?
Well, he has more of like a imagination mind,
Okay.
fiction.
Okay, imaginative mind, fiction. Ms. Bloom, what would you say? What would be your last inference?
I would say that Ray Bradbury uses a lot of figurative devices.
Okay. A lot of figurative language, a lot of literary devices, right? Even in the actual movie, we can see literary devices. We've cited foreshadow, we've cited irony, we've cited flashback, right? We've cited even similes, right? Metaphors when the commander was speaking. Really quickly, this pretty much wraps up our day. Can you go back to that half sheet of paper that I gave you earlier? That half sheet of paper which tells you what we are going to learn. Here's my question to you. Raise your hand if you believe that this is a true statement. Did we practice inferences today? Did we practice inferences today? Okay, awesome. Giving me a 1, not really, a 2 kind of, or a 3. How comfortable are you with working on inferences tomorrow? Give me a 1, if not really, a 2 maybe, and a 3. Okay. A 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3. On the back of that sheet, can you please put one thing that you would like to see in the lesson tomorrow? Meaning one thing that you feel you might want to still continue to practice tomorrow. So if you needed help in the area of writing inferences, what would be one thing that you would say that you need more help on when it comes to inferences? If you could write one thing for me. If we continue this lesson tomorrow, what is something that you would like for us to emphasize? Because we want to take you to the next level. So a lot of what we did today was probably around 6th, 7th grade standard. So now tomorrow we want to move you into 8th and 9th grade standard. What are some of the things that you feel you would like to see tomorrow?
So for me, if I was to write, I would probably want to write about how figurative devices impacted my inferences. So how do I, because today we kept talking about figurative devices, but we never put the two together. So tomorrow, I think I want to see how figurative devices impact my inference. Okay.
So lastly, let me say this last thing. 1, I really appreciate the fact that you're cleaning up behind yourself so that you're not leaving the classroom dirty. Number 2, just a reminder that your essay notebook is due tomorrow. So when you come in tomorrow, we will not be writing like we have the last few days. Instead, we will take a quiz, and then we'll jump right into collecting that essay notebook. We'll also take a few minutes to go over the Fahrenheit 451 questions. So with that being said, I appreciate you cleaning up behind yourself before you leave. Please make sure you give that half sheet of paper to Mr. Ledesma on your way out. Have a blessed day.